And they're away. Cutting the brand as it starts in third place. Disappears into turn one, takes the lead. From looks like Mark Oliver. John Oliver, then Mark Oliver by the looks of it. So 10-lap race. It's certainly got closer than the previous race with Mark Oliver having that absolute shocker of a start. So Cudge leading around the last corner onto the front straight. He's got a reasonable sort of lead there. We'll see what the rest of the boys can do. So the first standing start, Cudge has done a 41.293. That's the fastest of the standing starts. He's in front. John Oliver's catching up with him in second place on the TM450. Third place, Mark Oliver, his brother. Fourth place, James Clark, and coming up the rear, Tony Harini on his CRF 450. So this class is brought to you by Fastway Couriers. Coming down the front straight for the second flying lap. Cudge is still in front. John Oliver, Mark Oliver, James Clark, Tony Harini. It's as the previous lap, they're all fairly evenly spaced. And now 8 laps to go. Just catching up with Cudge there. Looks like he's going to take a inside line. Is he going up the inside? Yes. Very nice manoeuvre. Sort of a classic block pass and push Cudge out a little bit wide. So John Oliver's now in the lead. Cudge tries the outside, which is the long way around. Fairly determined. Someone's run on there. So as per the rider's instructions this morning, the person who ran on is parked up down the end rather than coming the wrong way back and entering the track. So getting back to the race, coming out of the final corner, it's John Oliver in first place. We've got Cudge second. James Clark, Tony Harini, and it's Mark Oliver that ran on. So he's now wheeling the bike back down from the Go Media corner. Down to 4 bikes, they're evenly spaced, and we've got 6 laps left to go. So that last lap, John Oliver did a 39.093. So John's sponsored by RS Motorcycles, Bell Helmets, Alpine Stars, and Hard Work, which is always a good thing. Over the start line, John Oliver, Craig Scott, James Clark, Tony Harini, and Mark Oliver, who is a DNF at this stage, sitting up on the tyre wall. So John Oliver's pulling a bit of a gap here on his TM450. I see another sponsor is Motarbart. Craig Scott, Kelvin Honda, James Clark. Here's Fastway Couriers, Kelvin Honda, Swartz Tyres and Bike Talk. Still in the lead. It's just done a 39.380. So 4 laps to go. So coming out of the club circuit, the top 3 are in reasonably close contention. See whether James Clark can get around. Craig Scott into the last turn. He's up the inside again. So it's nice, close level. Craig's gone around the outside of him there, so reasonably keen. So coming down here, this will be 3 laps to go after this. So leading is John Oliver. Very, very close for second. James Clark just took the pace over the line from Craig Scott, and 4th, Tony Harini. So there's an action replay on Ctas now of that manoeuvre where James Clark tried to go under Craig Scott. Craig Scott went around the outside of him. This is something that Grant just pointing out today. He was a little dubious as to how it was going to work out, but that's actually really good replay. If you're online, really good coverage. See John Oliver tucking down there. There's the live shot back now, looking down the front straight. So there's 2 laps to go. Bit of change at the front there. John Oliver's just been taken over by James Clark, and Craig Scott in 3rd place, a relatively close 3rd spot. So there'll be the white flag out for 1 lap to go. The 3 of them are very, very close, so we'll see how James Clark does here. John Oliver's lining them up. And who's got the line into turn 1? And it's John Oliver. James Clark very, very close. So as I say, the white flag's out. This is the last lap, and Craig Scott's not too far behind, so anything can happen. If they're dicing and holding themselves up, maybe Craig can have a go somewhere. Leaning into the last corner. John Oliver's actually made a little bit of a gap there on James Clark. So we'll see who accelerates down here for the checkered flag. So 3 of them are reasonably close. John's got a reasonable distance, so looks like he might take it with some ease. And there we go. So the winner was John Oliver from James Clark, and 3rd is Craig Scott. And leading up the rear is Tony Harini. So that's the end of that race.